everybody, welcome back to Women Carry Knives. Before we start, if you guys could hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. It does help out the channel. And if you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you here all the time. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. What are we looking at today? Well, today we've got the Vosteed Nightshade. Now these go for $69 and this is just a fabulous knife. What are you going to get for your $69? Well, let's start out by, this is designed by Yudong, and he also designed the cormorant for Kaiser, and he did the splint for O Knife. So he knows what he's doing. You're going to get a 154 CM blade, and you have this awesome leaf shape. I love this thing. It's a good, I like to call it a spreader knife, which is so funny because it kind of just looks like a cheese spreader or something, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And I love the fact that the back of your spine here is crowned, so you do have that for smoothness. And sorry, I'm going to stay on camera because I tend to get off of there a little bit. You will have a liner lock on this. And it looks like your lockup on this is going to be about 50%. And you do also have kind of a relief cutout here. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over my words today. You have a relief cutout, so it does make it easier for you to get to that liner. And there's kind of a little bit of a jimping on that, which is really nice. I do like that too. Now, your liners, and I'm gonna stand up so I can see my camera and show you guys this, but your liners, if you can see that, are milled out for weight reduction. Can you see that in there? I know it's kind of hard to see. Turn around this way, maybe you can see it a little bit better. So I do have milling there. That way it's, like I said, a little bit of weight reduction, which is always nice because sometimes it is harder when you have a knife that is a lot heavier, at least for some of us women because of the pockets that we're carrying in, or also because maybe we're just dropping it in our purse or whatever. So I prefer the milling. I really do like that. It is a great size knife. It is very well done. The G10 on this is really nice. It's very smooth, but yet very grippy. So I always comment on that. I've had some G10 knives that are really smooth and almost too smooth to where they're not grippy at all. And that's a little tough for me because I like to have the grip on there. You do have jimping on the back of your spine here, which is always nice because it does allow you to choke up on it. So if I do hold this back, it's still a nice handful for me. That is very good. However, if I do choke up on it a little bit more and get further up on it, you can see that it has good purchase to it. Now, I would consider this to be more of a medium-sized knife. I absolutely enjoy this. It has done what I've asked it to. It is very well centered, as you can see there. If you're a lanyard fan, you do have the lanyard hole there, so you can put a lanyard on it. Now, unfortunately, for my lefties out there, this is only right-hand carry. So I do apologize for that. You know, I try to always get my lefty love in there. The nice thing is that your pocket clip is recessed in there. So you have a recessed pocket clip, and your screws are also recessed, which is always absolutely wonderful. It does not shred the pants at all, which is super nice. You do have jimping on the back of your spine, or the back of your flipper tab here. Now, I know I prefer jimping on the flipper tabs when my flipper tabs tend to angle down rather than up, and I don't have one. I do not have one here to show you. So I do like the jimping because if you didn't have jimping, your finger tends to slip off of that. But as I said, this has been just an absolutely wonderful knife. It is super comfortable in hand. You have a very nice tension on your pocket clip. It is fairly low profile, which I love, and it is a deep carry clip. Now, it is going to stick out of pocket just a tad, and that's because of the angle of the knife handle. Again, it's barely even a 1/4 inch out of pocket, so it is wonderful. Let's do a couple of size comparisons here. So let's start out with the small one. Let's take a look at it next to the Baby Banter. And I try to put these always pivot to pivot so you guys kind of get an idea of that. The Baby Banter is definitely a small knife. And let's take a look at it next to the Benchmade Bug Out here. So I consider this to be kind of a medium-sized knife, and I'm going to actually put the Nightshade in the same category because it's definitely not a large knife. All right, take a look next to the Rat 1. You can see there, definitely a large knife. I mean, you're talking, if we put this tip to tip, you are talking about a whole inch, a little bit more than an inch in size next to the large knife. Why do I like it? Well, you know, as I said, it has been very comfortable. It's been wonderful in hand. I've really enjoyed this one. I love the curvature of it. So I love the fact that it has a nice curve to the handle. Why? Well, because it really allows you to get in there and cut stuff. So if you had something, I'm going to use a plain box that I have here, and you're cutting, it allows your fingers, we'll do that sideways, it's going to allow your fingers to get underneath, which is really nice. And as you're doing a draw cut, you're really able to come up on that tip, which is wonderful. And then again, you've got this beautiful high flat grind on here, and with the belly, with that leaf shape, that belly on there, some knives that you have, they're a lot thinner, which I love the thinner knives, but there are times when you have that thinner knife and you're not going to cut all the way through what it is you're trying to cut through. So this is absolutely wonderful. I've been very impressed and very happy with this. As I said, for $69. I'm really liking this one. Let's do some weights on it here. See what we've got. So I know that they say that it is 4.2 ounces. So let's go ahead, and I like to double check that. Alrighty here, let's see. We are looking at 3.6 ounces. So even though it says 4.2, it is not. It is 3.6. And if we want to go ahead and do that in grams, we are looking at 103. I just want to double check that. 3.6. So yes, it is going to stand at 3.6. You guys, I'm really happy with this. You know, as I said, I've been impressed. It's been super comfortable in hand. It's been right in the pocket. Now, I've been trying to carry it in 3 different ways because I like to know how it's going to feel. So I've been carrying it in the pocket. I've also been carrying it on the waistband. And then I do like to carry it in the back pocket just to get a feel for how it's going to land. And because of the fact that a lot of the women's pockets have very short pocket space, we want to call it, so you really can't put much in there. And it's really been comfortable in each one. I love the recessed pocket clip, as I said, because I don't feel like it's going to tear up either my waistband or my back pocket or my regular pocket. So it's not tearing up your jeans at all, which is really nice, or your cargo pants, whatever you may be wearing. Recessed is really big. I love that. I think more people should absolutely do that. So for the price, you really can't go wrong. $69 is an absolute bargain. As I said, the leaf shape has been absolutely wonderful because it's just giving you so much more surface to cut with. And I really enjoy that too. All right, you guys, this has been a look at the Vosteed Nightshade. I will leave a link to where you can get one down in the description. Thank you all so much for joining me. Please feel free to leave a link or a comment down in the comments section. I am all over the place on this video. I apologize, but please feel free to leave me a comment down there. You know I love talking to you guys, and I try to answer any questions that you have. Until next time, thank you for joining me.